guys, it's April and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Huda Beauty dupe palette that I got at Walmart for only $10. This is the brand Hard Candy. And this is a really good dupe for the Huda Beauty Rosegold palette. This palette is also called Rosegold, and there's a lot of similar colors in it compared to the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. When you open it up, these are what the colors look like. A couple of differences between the two palettes are that the Huda Beauty palette is around $65 plus tax, and the Hard Candy palette, this palette, is around $10 plus tax, so it's a super great deal. Again, Hard Candy is a brand that is only sold at Walmart and they don't do any animal testing, and I've used other products from them such as their Glamouflage concealer, which is one of my favorite concealers in the whole entire world. And I really trust their products. I've been using it for years, except for last year when I didn't do a whole year, or when I did a whole year of no makeup. Another difference between the two palettes is that the Huda Beauty palette has 3 rows of 6 different shades. This palette only has 3 rows of 5 different shades, so the Huda Beauty palette has 18 total shades and this one only has 15. In the Huda Beauty palette, there are, I think it's around 7 different shades that are shimmery or glittery or have like a really like iridescent look to them, while in this palette there are a total of 9 different shades that are really glittery and sparkly and iridescent. So if you're looking for a more matte palette that is similar to the Huda Beauty, I'm not sure if this would be a good buy. But if you don't mind it, like I personally don't mind it at all. I love glittery, I love matte, it doesn't really matter to me. They're really good because, for instance, this shade right here is really similar to one of the shades in the Huda Beauty palette, except that it is super sparkly. While in the Huda Beauty palette, it is not sparkly, it is matte. Another difference between the two palettes is that the Huda Beauty palette does not come with any brushes, and even though these aren't like, I mean, I haven't tried them yet, but even though these aren't like the best brushes in the whole entire world, they did give you 2 duo side brushes. So this is more like a liner brush. This one is more like a blending brush. This one's more like a pack it on kind of brush, maybe a brush that you would want to wet and then use to apply or use under your eyebrow. And then this one's more of just like a regular eyeshadow brush that you could use across your lid. Another difference between the Huda Beauty palette is that I don't believe that there's a mirror. I haven't actually seen the palette in person. I don't have it, but this one does come with a little mirror. It's not like the biggest mirror in the world, but it's still a decent size so you can, like, you know, see your eyes while you're doing your makeup. On the back, I'm just gonna point as I go along. So this shade right here is Diamond. This shade is Charmer. This shade is Sweetheart. This shade is called Love Affair. This one is called Marry Me Up. This shade is called Frisky. This shade is First Date. This shade is Double Date. This shade is Heartbreaker. This shade is Kiss and Tell, which I think is a really cute name for the color that it is. This shade is Single. This shade is Sweet Nothing. This shade is Roses. This shade is Ball and Chain, and this shade is Heartbeat. Also, another like little difference between the two palettes is that this one does have a little design on the front with the studs, and then it says Hard Candy on it. It's super cute. I did use the palette myself and I went for a look with it, and this is what it looks like, and I was actually super impressed. I did know that on a couple of the shades, like this red shade and this pink shade, that you do have to dip in like around 4 or 5 times to get a lot, but I'm fine with that because I prefer building up to the intensity of the color that I want it to. But if you don't have the time for that, or you don't like building, you just like the color, bam, pop right there, then this might not be like the best palette for you. But for $10, and because I don't mind having to build the color, and this has lasted me all day. It is 11 o'clock right now, and I put this on I think 13 hours ago or 14 hours ago. So it's definitely lasted me all day. I did use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I've always used that whenever I use eyeshadow. I can't go without it. But other than that, like, it's an amazing palette. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. And I'm gonna be doing some swatches right now. Okay, so the swatches, I'm just gonna do them in the order of the colors which are on the back. I'll let that focus so you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna swatch it as I tell you what the name of the color is. It's called Diamond. And this one's like a white sparkly color. It's really gorgeous. Definitely a great color for right underneath the eyebrow or on the inner corners of your eyes. The next color I'll be swatching is called Charmer. The next color is called Sweetheart. And all three of these are just really sparkly, luscious colors. They're just absolutely gorgeous. One's more of a white, Charmer is more of a gold, and then this one is more of like a pinky rose shimmery color. The next swatch is called Love Affair. This is personally one of my favorite shades in the palette. I typically use this one when it's wet, but on the swatch it looks really good as well. The next color we'll be swatching is called Marry Up. And this one's like a super shimmery gold color. It's absolutely stunning. The next swatch is called Frisky. And this one is a charcoal gray color. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, very mysterious looking. The next color is called First Date. This one reminds me of Half Baked from Urban Decay. And this one is more of a shimmer, less of like a glittery color. It's a lot less chunky than some of the first swatches that we've done so far. Okay, the next color is called Double Date. And this one is like a grayish brown color with a lot of shimmer in it. It's really pretty. Similar texture to the one that we just swatched. The next color is called Heartbreaker. And I love this color a lot as well. This is definitely one of my favorites. And this one's just a very pigmented, luscious red looking color. Some shimmer in it. The next color is called Kiss and Tell. And this one's just more of a solid pink color. This one you definitely need a couple applications of, but once you get it as pigmented as you want it to be, it's like absolutely stunning. Okay, and then for the last row, we have Single. And this one's like a flat white or like cream color with a little bit of pink to it. It's really pretty. The next swatch is called Sweet Nothing. This color is definitely a transition color. It's absolutely gorgeous. Another possible transition color is called Roses. Up next we have Ball and Chain. This is like a pretty much a black color, like a solid black. And then last but not least we have Heartbeat, and this is just like a solid red color, which I have used, and it's perfect. I love it. Okay, so this is what all the colors in the palette look like. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love all of them so much. They're just so pretty. They look like they blend super easily, and I love them so much. This palette is so great, and for only $10, like, You really can't beat that. Like, it's a $10 palette. They don't do any animal testing. They're great. Like, they're just cruelty-free. They have like some of the best products I've ever used. It's one of my favorite drugstore brands. It's just really hard to find because you can only find them in Walmart. So you can't like go to Target or CVS or Walgreens or any other drugstore to find them, but it is so worth it if you can find one of these palettes. I haven't heard a lot of talk about this one, but I do think that this is one of the newer palettes. But yeah, so if you guys like were thinking of getting the Huda Beauty palette, but you can't really afford $65, I know I can't afford $65 on a palette, this is definitely an awesome dupe, and it gives you a lot of great colors. And if shimmer doesn't bother you, it's not even that shimmery really. I think it's mostly the ones up here that are super shimmery, just in my opinion. Then this palette is going to be great for you. I absolutely love it. I can't keep my hands off of it. So yeah, I hope you guys give this a try. And yeah, so if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again. Bye.